as an international We celebrate March 8th as an International Women's Day to celebrate the cultural, political, and socio-economic achievements of women. Moreover, March also marks the beginning of Women's History Month across the globe. This year, the theme for International Women's Day is Gender Equality Today for a Sustainable Tomorrow. The goal behind Women's Day is to spread the message of gender equality, celebrate the achievements and contribution of women in different spheres, and work towards building a society free of all gender biases, stereotypes, and discrimination. On this day, we are here to appreciate the strong, talented, and simply extraordinary women in our lives.
Now, I would like to introduce SheFAB. SheFAB is a combined initiative of FAB and SheFanPro. SheFAB is the association which is focused on creating and developing the projects centered around women, students, and rural communities by providing them various sources, mentorship, and ultimately linking students to the corporate world. Its vision is to promote and support digital literacy and creating opportunities for women, students, rural communities, and the global fintech and blockchain system. Without wasting much time and with God's grace, let's start the session. Throughout the session, if you have any query, please put up in the chat box, and I also request everyone to switch on their videos and kindly mute themselves.
Let's welcome first speaker of today's evening, Dr. Sindhu Bhaskar. He is the chairman and CEO of ESC Group. ESC Global Incorporation is an enterprise based in MIT ecosystem, incorporated and operated from Cambridge Innovation Center, MIT, USA. And he is the founder of FAB Association. He is a global speaker and has authored many books on banking. He is the chief mentor of SheFAB. Sir, now screen is all yours.
Thank you, Deepika, and a very warm good afternoon or good evening to all the participants and all the audience members. Thank you, SheFAB, for inviting me in this women-centric meeting and conference. And I wish and I'm sure that SheFAB will blaze the realm in women development. I have this positivism. Let us see the Millennium Development Goals for women, which are eradicate extreme poverty and hunger, promote gender equality and empower women, develop a global partnership for development. That means creating an ecosystem wherein women can interact with all facets of economy, polity, culture, religion, polity, and create a balanced and equal world. However, this triad needs expansion to understand that dynamic changes can be affected by removing layer after layer of various discriminations to create entrepreneurs out of illiterate and persecuted womenfolk. The cultural obstacles rest on gender bias and gender disability. And this theory is embedded to all the sections of life, polity, social, economic, as well as religious to destroy the basis of gender equality. Growth of women entrepreneurship with financial inclusion is a fascinating topic to study. Let us start with agriculture and entrepreneurship, which have similar and different constraints. Women in agriculture face more constraints to productivity than male counterparts. Entrepreneurship provides a more attractive option for some women, but this comes with its own set of constraints. Women have less access to basic financial inputs than men, like credit, savings, insurance, social protection, and information services. Little impact of financial services alone on productivity, like loans and microcredits, cash grants, insurance. Financial services may have more transformational impact in combination with training and financial education. Even our SheFAB falls in this genre. We are trying to take tech knowledge to the remote areas through P2P interaction model, which can be very effective, and then to create entrepreneurs from rural women. Even the agri-tech platform of EST is providing the physical ground for conversion from rural peasants to rural entrepreneurs. Financial sector innovations for women's empowerment means designing financial products that meet women needs, lessons for MFIs and group savings and loans. No doubt financial freedom is a big lever and spurs the freedom and liberation movement. But does it create an entrepreneur? No. Let us expand and see why the answer is no. Technology and financial freedom are showing their performances, but those are uneven results. We can conclude that later on. The smartphone-led intrusion has brought cataclysmic changes for the remote areas, better connectivity, access to internet and internet-based services, open up new avenues. It has affected socio-economic empowerment of women. The social media has ripped away the fear psychosis and fear of isolation by connecting women to outside world. Access to credit can open up economic opportunities for women, and bank accounts can be a gateway to the use of additional financial services. The proliferation of mobile banking and other financial sector innovations have accelerated the pace of financial inclusion worldwide and has become a key enabler. But social and cultural constraints conspire to prevent many women from fully utilizing financial products and services. The result can be low uptake or negligible changes in women's economic development and labor market decisions. The need for financial inclusion has increased a lot for marginalized women. It is not only important to remove the gender gaps, but also to ensure the availability of all the financial tools and finances. Financial inclusion can be transformative when it is coupled with other interventions so as to have a positive impact on women's livelihoods. But still, the technology is hounded by the same ills which vitiate our society, and there is less affordability is less, and that's why there is less of financial autonomy as compared to men. Literacy and digital skills are generally found less in women due to gender disabilities already heaped on women. So they have less of educational opportunities. That's why they cannot develop their digital skills. Safety and security issues are again put in their minds so that they are shaken from within with all the digital frauds leading to monetary and non-monetary losses, so that they should not be very much inclined towards digital technology and mobile banking and all the new technologies. So these are all, I should say, the social conspiracies to keep women back behind men. So these are men-centric societies. So all these conspiracy theories keep on going around. Further, women often lack access to other financial services due to cultural shackles and male-female discrimination. Restrictions on opening a bank account, such as requirements for male family members' permission, restrict women's access to accounts. Lack of financial education can also limit women from getting access to and benefiting from financial services. In addition, many women may have access to financial services in name only. Like in a study in Pakistan, it was found that accounts are opened in the name of women, but the decision and the final authority to use the funds of that account rests with the men of the family. But in India, mobility is created with mobile banking, and in terms of the scheme, which is called Bank Sakhi or Bank Friends. And these are women community banking facilitators who assist women in all digital banking activities on smartphones like account opening, credit counseling, and others. So there is a constructive effort to reach out to women in those rural areas and landlocked areas and hinterlands and try to open up the locked environment with technology. And mobile, of course, is the most important technology that spears this exercise. Incidence of job hopping and multiple job rendering by one woman is becoming common with mobility through mobile phones. Equally, World Bank and IFC, they have also created a Women Finance Hub, which is trying to create access to finance for women-owned businesses. Even World Bank has helped Indonesia in creating a new financial inclusion strategy, where the priority focus is on financial literacy of women, because there are nearly 4.3 million migrant workers and labor force in Indonesia. So they have to be financially trained so that they can do the net banking and digital banking. So that is again a new initiative taken up. Similarly, World Bank Group is supporting legal reforms in Congo and in Cote d'Ivoire. In Congo, the family code is getting changed so that women could have more freedom, and without permission of husbands, they can open accounts, they can operate accounts. Similarly, in Cote d'Ivoire, women of the family are also now getting some leadership roles or legal heads in the households, which was not available otherwise. So we can see there are multiple forces coming from all different angles to create a new environment for women everywhere. But some researchers and field studies have suggested still that microfinance and savings and loans have had not great success. Due to gender bias, women got less returns than men. Financial tools are not relating to the actual requirements of women. And that is why there is a lag in development and resultant lag in growth of small industries. Moreover, there is a general conception that agriculture is not a growth-centric industry, that you cannot emerge as an entrepreneur with agricultural activity. So there is more of inclination to join entrepreneurship as a career rather than agriculture, even in women. And that is because of the rural-urban dichotomy, where urban centers have more liberated atmosphere, where women are getting educated, they have liberated households, so they are making advances. And those impressions and imprints are affecting rural side also, with the opening of the closed society of hinterlands. Finally, to sum up, even though entrepreneurship provides a more attractive option for some women, but this comes with its own set of constraints: low investment, low revenue, shortage of business, low technology, low productivity, form of a born of necessity, not invention. Then women entrepreneurs retain only a small share of the credit market. They don't become eligible for the, I should say, the quantum of financial help that is available to men. And that's why the growth is limited by the labor-intensive business model and low level of digitization, because there is no financial support for women. Women are less represented in formal employment than men, and therefore less likely to be eligible for state-sponsored protection mechanisms. Even political parties and all they say, we are trying to create gender equality, but you can see no political party creates that. And still there is wide gap between men and women political leaders. I close at this point with these observations. Women don't seem to reap as much benefit from financial inclusion as do men. Enterprises are less likely to grow, farms are less likely to expand production, and there's little impact on household consumption. Pink color is not the solution. Banishment of gender bias and inequality and providing inclusive opportunities are required in real earnest. We have to do a lot to get a more tangible result, and miles to go before we sleep. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. I totally agree with what you have said, and I hope that one day the world will be more open to women entrepreneurs than it is today. Moving forward, our next speaker is the president of SheFAB, Ms. SheFantastic. She is the founder and CEO of SheFanPro, empowering women in blockchain, and the co-founder of the business of blockchain, and also an advisory board member of Blockchain Chamber of Commerce. She is a certified cryptocurrency and blockchain expert. She is an esteemed member of board of directors of Global Blockchain Women Alliance. And now I request Ms. Sherry to come up on the screen and please enlighten us.
Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining today. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with you all today and address you on such a significant day, International Women's Day. Wow, what a day. I think we should have this day every single day of the year to celebrate our achievements, both personally and professionally. But for today, we're here to talk about blockchain technology and all related topics. Sadly, blockchain technology, this space remains a male-dominated one, with women that contribute to the space rarely acknowledged for their contributions, for their great work, and for the manner in which they've grown. My passion is to empower others, all women across the globe, regardless of where you live, status, age. In the spirit of blockchain, decentralized inclusivity, together, we work better when we work together. I wish to have a space where women feel free and able to ask any question without fear of feeling it's a silly question. Because when we create something like that, people don't tend to come forward, and then they don't grow. They don't grow, they don't learn, and it's restrictive. So my passion here as president of SheFAB, with you all, you know, our executive board members, our lovely panel of speakers today, is to really raise awareness in the spirit of inclusivity, you know, to create opportunities for women globally of any age in all sorts of related careers, and really explore that and learn and discover a good fit for them and their skills and what they want to bring to the space. Many people say, oh, it's too late. I wish I would have got involved, you know, years ago when it first started. And I think, as we all know, we can all agree here today, it absolutely is not too late. It's actually in its infancy. There's still a lot of growth. There's still a lot of development. There's still a lot of learning. There's still a lot of teaching to be done. And it's an exciting journey. But through education, we can empower ourselves to make good decisions moving forward in the spirit of inclusivity and growth, empowerment, independence, and to raise awareness so that we can be acknowledged for our contributions in this space. My hope is that I can have even a small part in that journey for all of you, to beat imposter syndrome, to have a voice, to contribute meaningfully to the space for the greater good. One thing I have learned is that through the COVID pandemic that we've all endured globally, and everything that brought with it, and the other troubles now that we all are aware of in the world, we can only pray for peace. But we're so much better when we work together, when we join forces globally. There is no need for us to be apart. With the technology that we have to our hands, we can all come together, we can all learn, we can all grow, and we can all share experiences for the greater good. There are many career opportunities already, it seems, in the blockchain space. Marketing is very fast and up and coming. Blockchain development, copyright, so many different career opportunities, project management, so many ways that you can become involved. But unless we raise awareness, unless we create a space where women can educate themselves, we're not going to grow. We need to create a space for education, a space where we can come together, communities, global communities, where we can share our experiences, ask a question without fear of it being a silly question. A space where we're free to grow in the direction that we choose to, in the spirit of inclusivity, empowerment, and the technology, and all that the technology can bring to us, so that we can navigate the space safely, away from bad actors, because they are out there. But there are a lot of good actors doing a lot of great work in this space. So that is the spirit of what I am trying to achieve, what we're trying to achieve at SheFAB. To acknowledge the women in the space, to bring in the women that want to learn and grow and educate themselves together, globally. That is all from me. Thank you for your time today. Blessings to all of you. And I hand over now to our next guest speaker.
Indeed, ma'am. As you said, it's never late. If we treat women equally on 8th and 9th March, then yes, we have arrived. So our next speaker is Miss Modupe. She is the Vice President of SheFAB. She serves as African lead in global blockchain women alliances with over 10 years of working experience. She is a professional trainer in Africa Business Integrity Network. We are honored to have you today with us. Now screen is all yours.
Okay, hello everyone. It is really a privilege to be here and to be a part of SheFAB. Just like Dr. Sindhu has said, and Shelle as well has said, this is all about inclusion. And you know, the most common narrative in the world now is financial inclusion. And there's nothing that can do that better for us at this stage than blockchain. So the vision of SheFAB has always been extremely exciting for me because I have been very involved as well in increasing the awareness and the involvement of women and girls in blockchain. So, and that is one of my life's missions. So it's really exciting to be here and to talk about that. But beyond education, I am excited about implementation. And that's one of the reasons why SheFAB is so attractive to me, and I hope to everyone else, that we're not just about educating people or educating women, that we're taking it a step further and going into implementation. We want to see some action. We want to see some change. And it's not just about talking about the change, but it's about making the change happen. So one of the things that I've been involved in my blockchain career is compliance. And so this today, because I was going to say this afternoon, but then I know it's afternoon in some places and evening in some countries. So I'm just going to say today, I'll be talking about compliance as well. Compliance as the key to the increased use and adoption of cryptocurrencies. Most of the people in the world, I would say 80% of the world who have heard about blockchain have heard about cryptocurrencies, and not many people are aware about the technology behind the cryptocurrencies or behind the coins. But then compliance, especially because we're talking about financial inclusion, I thought compliance is something to be aware of. And so I took some time to be trained and to be skilled in, and to get some skill in compliance when it comes to cryptocurrencies. So it has been said that blockchain solved the double spending problem, but then brought in another problem. And this problem that people say that blockchain brought in, because of its autonomy, is that it now aids money laundering, terrorist financing, and everyone around the world is wondering, how do we stop it if we cannot trace it? And I think that's the most exciting thing about compliance, because I believe that all the countries that are nervous and anxious about the use of blockchain is because of the fear of not being able to regulate the use of the currencies. And that's, again, the reason why compliance has been so interesting to me. So there's been tax evasion, there's been terrorist financing, there's been money laundering, and compliance is the key to that. Also, blockchain enthusiasts have also argued that these problems, while still available with the normal fiat currency, the regulators can at least regulate fiat currency. Many countries now can regulate the use of cryptocurrencies, but compliance is still a problem. And one of the things that I'm going to say is about the blockchain trilemma. You see, the blockchain trilemma is 3 key benefits of blockchain and how they can become a problem if we have to achieve them together. So the trilemma is about immutability, which is also security, and then scalability and decentralization. So when we're talking compliance, we have to kill decentralization and then work to some form of centralization. So the blockchain could still be scalable. It is still immutable. It cannot be changed. But then we have to sacrifice centralization or decentralization, which is also a key aspect of blockchain. And then when it becomes centralized, it's easy to regulate, to regulate the use of cryptocurrencies and then to bring in compliance. One of the things I'm going to say again is that the only way to cut out bad actors when it comes to the use and adoption of cryptocurrencies is by enforcing compliance with all our exchanges. So, and I think in the countries mostly around Europe, Europe has the highest level of compliance when it comes to cryptocurrencies. It's also available in North America as well. But most other countries around the world have a lot of anxiety about allowing the use of cryptocurrencies. In my country, Nigeria, the CBDC was launched, but it has still, in a country of over 200 million people, it still has less than 5% adoption. And that's because people are not interested in compliance yet. So I have become a compliance advocate, and I'm trying to let people know that just so that they can allow us use it more, then let's succumb to compliance. And really, that is my mantra and has been for a while now. Excuse me. Very quickly, I also want to mention the travel rule protocol. And this was included, or this was announced by the Financial Action Task Force around the world. And it states that every transfer of cryptocurrencies over $1,000 should be officially highlighted, and then the authorities should be notified. So there was a lot of uproar and people said, oh, just $1,000? Why do I have to notify authorities making a transfer of just $1,000? But now it doesn't say that you can not still make huge transfers. It just says highlight and notify the authorities. And that's what compliance is about. Whenever you do your banking, there are several limits. And depending on your level of relationship with the bank, there will be a limit to how much you can transfer at particular times. So I believe our goal as individuals in the blockchain space should be to promote compliance in and in every way as much as possible, because I believe that this would reduce the global anxiety about the use and the adoption of virtual and cryptocurrencies. Again, I would like to say thank you to SheFAB for the opportunity to speak with, just speak to everyone involved in the network. I'm really excited again to be a part of this. And yes, let's all be pro-compliance. Thank you, everyone. Bye. That's all from me.
Hey, thank you, ma'am. And everybody, including me here, totally agrees on the concept of blockchain compliance that you shared. So moving on to our next speaker of the evening, Ms. Achia. She is the founder and CEO of Women in Digital, an all-star team of females technologists dedicated to bringing more Bangladeshi women into digital economy. She is the General Secretary of SheFAB. She is also in the advisory board member of SheFanPro and has entitled many awards on her name. Over 15 years of working experience. Screen is all yours, ma'am.
Thank you, Amber. Can I go later? I'm on the way in my workstation, so it will take maybe 5 minutes. So after that, can I continue my piece?
No worries, ma'am. No worries, ma'am. So moving on, let's call our next speaker, Ms. Saumya Om. She is the Joint Secretary of SheFAB and BA from IIM Visakhapatnam. She has also worked with government universities at administrative levels. Requesting Ms. Saumya to please come over the screen and share her insights.
Good evening, everyone. Am I audible?
Yeah.
I would like to begin with a quote by quoting a Sanskrit verse from Devi Mahatyam, an ancient text of India. So Devi Mahatyam means glory of goddess. Atulam tatra tat tejaha sarva deva sharirajam ekastham tad bhunnari vyapta lokatrayam tvisha. The meaning of this is the incomparable radiance that was born from all gods and pervaded the three worlds came to one place and took the form of a woman. My dear, such powerful, strong, beautiful, and divine sisters, and supportive, gentlemanly, and equally divine brothers, my welcome, warm greetings, and namaste. I'm extremely happy and in high spirits today as I got this opportunity to share my views with all of you. Did I say high spirits? Which in terms of spirituality means Atman, soul, super consciousness, the Brahman, the Ru, and there is no barrier there. Soul, there is no differentiation, there's no gender barrier. And soul is neither male nor female. So let me put this way. I have 2 bottles with me. Okay. Both are containing water. This one is plastic, beautiful, attractive, light, colorful, and easy to carry. This one is hard, sturdy, again, a little heavy, but then it's got its own features. It's quite durable. So, both have their own qualities, but what's more important? The water within, isn't it? So it's not the externality that's important, but the water within, that's more important. I have another small example over here. Is a box which I have. Okay, so what's more important? Is the box important or what's inside that's important? You have the answer, right? So what's inside? That's important. Box has its own advantages. I mean, box can be really attractive. I might really like it. I would love to store it sometime for future purposes or recycle it. But then it's still an externality, right? What's more important is inside, there's also a chocolate for you all, guys. So similarly, so what's more important is obviously naturally the product. And that is the product, what the water inside, the soul, the divine consciousness, which is limitless. Whether it's male or female, that divine spirit is limitless. You have unlimited potential. So, and another thing, I'm so happy to see so many women being vocal about women empowerment these days. But at the same time, I also wonder, till when are we need to be this vocal? When are we going to have a world where women are 100% respected and treated equally, paid equally? Right? Women are not paid equally also. So we too are getting tired and want to take a break from this and rest our throats for some time. Yet, we would like to continue our fight for gender equality. Yes, many might say, you need a break, have a break, have a Kit Kat. Okay. And by the way, this speech is not sponsored by Kit Kat. And so what I would like to say is just be strong from within and recognize your worth. We don't need to go on telling everybody, please respect me, please treat me equally, please give me equal salaries. Because those men who are respect worthy are already respecting us. It could be our father, it could be our brother, it could be our friend, it could be our spouse or partner, it could be our son. So they are respecting us. Okay, and today I respect all such men who are behind women and supporting us and encouraging us. And more than men, I respect the divine who treats both gender as children. And not only that, and just like God, how I respect God, I also respect technology. Because you see, technology too does not discriminate. It does not mind whether it's a male or a female that is using it. What's important is whether the code or data entered is logically correct or incorrect. That's it, right? You all agree with me, right? So women are known as emotive thinkers and men are known as logical thinkers. But that's not true, because there are men who have very good EQ and there are also women who have very good IQ. And you know the proof? Because we are born with brain. It's got two spheres, right? Right and left. And the right side is for creativity, the emotive aspect, and the left side of the brain is for your logical thinking. I mean, sorry, it's vice versa, but still it's the same, matters the same. And what's more important is we are souls, a supreme consciousness, which is beyond all this gender. So that is the reason to prove, women are already recognized for their emotions, emotional stability or emotional intelligence. So it's important for us to enter STEM fields and to prove that we too have IQ. Though God recognizes, he has given us the brain, but then we are not given the recognition outside, in this limited world. You see, eye has its limitation. We can't see beyond this wall. So similarly, humans, when we are bound in these bodies, we have our limitations. So that's the reason, it's very important to prove through actions and not through words. And hence technology, which is more gender neutral and very objective, plays a great role in women empowerment. So that is the reason I say, have a break, have a Kit Kat, but then the break should be through technology. So did I say break through technology? So again, it's breakthrough technologies, right? So there are many breakthrough technologies like artificial intelligence, edge, machine learning, metaverse, blockchain, etc. And today, our focus is fintech and blockchain. And that's why we're all here. SheFAB is that women wing of FAB, which is mostly dealing with fintech and blockchain. And today's world is not just changing linearly, it's changing exponentially. So it's a miracle. In a blink of an eye, we've passed, many years have passed. The telephone receiver in our hands changed to cell phone, and today, ultimately to Android. The desktops transformed into laptops in front of us. Then work at office changed to work from home. Then offline meetings, classes, and this program which is supposed to be held offline, today we are conducting it online, online meeting, online classes. So we can't deny the importance of technology, but then technology is still a privilege of few, especially in developing countries like India, and also in Africa and so many developing economies. So I'll give you an example. I used to visit many villages as part of my work. So I've met many women. So one day, one young lady, she was telling me this. Madam, just to pay a bill, electricity bill, or to make a bank transaction, I have to go from here to the outskirts of the village, which is nearly 2 to 3 kilometers by walk, and there wait for public transport, and then which comes once in every one. I think one public transport or one bus arrives for every hour, and then she has to wait there irrespective of the heat or rain, and then travel another 10 to 15 kilometers, and then go to the bank, and then do the transaction or pay the bill. And now look at the scenario there. What all have been lost? Time's gone. One entire day is lost over there. Opportunity cost. She could have utilized that time for something else, right? And being a woman, and that too in a developing country, there is a security problem. So all these issues, there's a lot of threats. So, and similarly, look at, and again, the same, vice versa, when she has to get back. And again, think about a small transaction, like they need to get pensions, elderly, the elderly women or the retired people. So they have to go to a bank and get their loans, or what do you call, retirement benefit. Again, okay, so retirement benefit. So what happens? So again, see, they're anyway weak. Now they need energy, they have to go there, a lot of time, and everything is consumed. So what fintechs did is a miracle. You know, fintech combining this technology and finance. Today, a woman in a village, she doesn't need to travel all those kilometers and do just a small transaction for just a small transaction. She can sit at home and operate and do the same transaction from home. So things have become a lot easier, right? So if we see in 2015, India's mobile internet use penetration was just 19%. Today it grew to 45%. That's in 2021. But still it has to grow a lot. And villages, they are still not having 100% access, or they don't know how to operate. So that is the reason why fintech, we want to educate people about the fintech and blockchain and the latest technologies. And further, fintech is expected to grow by 70%, to 70% by 2025. So women, you know, traditionally they think that women, they are good homemakers, they can give birth to children, and they are multitaskers, etc. But I have a question that women, if they can be multitaskers and they can take care of their family, why can't they give birth to new technologies as a brainchild? Why can't they give rise to new companies, right, as their own brainchild? That's their brainchild. They can happily balance their work life, family life, and finances, everything. The problem with the people in India, especially women, is that women are not allowed to enter this financial sectors, from young age. So that is the reason when these young girls turn into women, they have phobia towards finance or working with finance sectors. But on the contrary, young men, they accompany their fathers to banks for basic transactions, so they know the transactions. So what I say is women, they can do everything. So for a complete development of women, they need to be in all sectors, and this can definitely happen through fintech and blockchain and through latest technologies. And I would like to conclude by saying, by quoting Swami Vivekananda's quote, that is, all power is within you. You can do anything and everything. Believe in that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Saumya. I'm sure everyone here is completely agree with your concept that what's inside is matter the most. and all respect and supports come naturally. We don't have to ask for recognition. And not sure about others, but me, I'm completely interested in many chocolates you used as an example. So moving forward to our next speaker, Miss Sunidhi Suri. She is the student relation manager of SheFAB. She is currently pursuing a degree in computer science.
Deepika, wait. Excuse me, Deepika.
Yes.
Deepika, Miss Achia is remaining.
Okay, sir.
Please invite her.
Okay, so let's move on to Miss Asha.
You can continue.
Deepika, please continue.
So our next speaker is Miss Sunidhi Suri. She is the student relation manager of SheFAB. She is currently pursuing a degree in computer science engineering from Thapar Institute of Engineering and Technology. She is a founder of podcast called What's Ahead, where she tells stories of people who have dared to dream and expose listeners to different career opportunities. So Miss Sunidhi, the light is all yours.
It is my pleasure to be here, and thank you so much, SheFAB, for this. International Women's Day is celebrated on the 8th of March every year. It is a day that people around the world dedicate to the women in their lives. Women's Day celebrates the importance and significance of a woman in every person's life. It also recognizes and celebrates women in their fields. These women have spirit, which makes them excel in their respective areas. They deserve all the love and all the support that the world gives them on this day. The contribution of women in every sphere of life is massive. Earlier, the role of women was limited to household chores only. However, this thought has changed after a few decades because women started trying different things and women began realizing that they too can have a career and a future. More and more women began taking up jobs and worked in many sectors of the economy. A woman is no longer dependent on a man for her financial needs. She is independent and strong enough to take care of herself. It is a change that gives women around the world the freedom to make them financially independent. They are self-confident and they aren't afraid to push all the boundaries required to finish their jobs. Women's empowerment has been on the rise in the last decade. Every day, women are taking the power that they were once denied. We are breaking stereotypes and showing how equality is the route that we need to go to. Women are doing a commendable job in every field that is out there. But how is blockchain involved in breaking these stereotypes? Blockchain is the future of women's economic rise. Blockchain technology is fairly new and is very high in demand. As businesses have begun to realize the potential of blockchain-based systems, the demand for talent and innovation has grown tremendously. Banks, insurance companies, government, and many others are beginning to research and develop blockchain-focused products. The future of blockchain technology looks bright. However, there is an evident shortage of knowledgeable individuals within this space. Global Women in Blockchain closes this gender gaps, and by building a team of blockchain enthusiasts, it can surely achieve this target. And we at SheFAB are trying to do the same. With this potential use cases of blockchain-based products being particularly vast, so are the opportunities for women. Many professionals in this industry hold various roles. Although a technical skill set is the most in demand, it is not a requirement of a blockchain enthusiast. In fact, women in blockchain can take up various roles, from technical to academic to commercial to regulatory and even public relations. Many women are unfamiliar with blockchain technology, and obtaining this technical knowledge on this particular technology, which is blockchain, can serve as a challenge, especially when the information is buried and scattered across the internet. Blockchain provides people in every industry an advantage, like keeping personal records, contracts, and payments safe, etc. The women who do have power in crypto argue that drawing attention to the gender gap will do no good. The perception that there are no women in Bitcoin discourages women from getting involved. This was actually said by Elizabeth Stark, the co-founder of a blockchain startup, Lightning Labs. I think the best way to increase women's participation is to actually talk about how the amazing work of women, can change the world and how women are leading the industry. Ecosystem builders like Athena Capital founder Meltem Demios and Boost VC Director of Operations Maddie Callender are some great examples of women in blockchain. In the end, I just want to say that it feels nice to have a day to celebrate the achievements of women. Thus, on this International Women's Day, let's recognize the significance of women in our lives and on this society and inspire them for a greater future ahead, because women can also contribute equally to this society and equally to this world. Thank you so much.
That was such a crisp and direct insight, ma'am. Moving on to Miss Achia, if she's there in the meeting. Miss Achia, can we hear from you now?
But we can ask her at last. We can go with Amitji.
Okay, sir.
Deepika.
Now, please welcome Mr. Amit Upadhyay. He is the founder and promoter of FUDX. FUDX was born out of need to counter the difficulty for restaurants to maintain a fleet of delivery executives and facilitates the in-house dining. Sir is also the director of GSTPL, having working experience over 15 years. FUDX is also the digital partner with FAB Association. It's a pleasure to have you with us. The screen is all yours.
Thank you very much for such a warm welcome and with such a great platform. Thank you, Dr. Bhaskar, for inviting me and making me a part of your team. And such lovely ladies I heard today all have so much of knowledge. I really can't say anything. So everything that everyone has said today, first of all, I agree with every part of it. To give you a quick understanding of what I think, women empowerment refers to the process of liberating women and providing them with the same rights that men have traditionally enjoyed. Women are no more confined to the kitchens cooking food for everyone in the family. They have managed to make a way to get a paycheck as well from it and start a business of food delivery, example, cloud kitchens and so on. Women are no more just limited to wearing saris and decent clothes. They have done what people said what not suited for women. From boxing to football to cricket, which was only built for men a few years back, are the place where women have shown that charisma. They make their own choices and take their own decisions today. Even in our constitution, it is clearly mentioned that men and women get equal rights, and women have fought a long way to get there. I would like to share a quick 1-minute presentation, if you can allow me to share the screen.
Miss Shelle, can you give the hosting right to him?
Not just hosting, just sharing right. I'll be very nice.
Yeah. Okay.
There you go. I've actually made you the host, but you can always pass that back to me once you've finished.
Wonderful. Thank you. There you go. So you can see it's Happy Women's Day, and it's a first screen I can show you what woman power is today. If anybody thinks that women is not as powerful as men today, it's totally wrong. This is a pre-wedding shoot, very nicely, lovely taken in nice areas. And I have something which is called a post-wedding shoot. You can see the power of women. So this is not just hilarious, it's very serious. They have taken over. So we are in absolutely wrong impression that women is behind men today. So I have one more small screen which I can show you how powerful they are. Everyone is trying to repair the car. We don't know who's the mechanic, but for sure the car is owned by a woman. So we have fallen for it already. As we can clearly see, we cannot win them. Let's join them. With Dr. Bhaskar's permission, and if any woman who agrees to what I've said today, I would really want you to unmute and clap for 10 seconds with a smile on your face.
So there's a smile on my face. Yay, I agreed.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I'll just pass on to you. Just give me a second, please. Yeah, I'm done. Thank you very much for the time.
So can we have Ms. Achia, please? As she is the only one left in the panel.
Hello.
Hi, ma'am.
So I am just in front of my door. Give me 1 minute. I just on my laptop. Is that okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
While we wait for our next speaker, I'd just like to applaud everybody, all our speakers, for some really great insights today. Absolutely phenomenal. And also applaud to our attendees, participants that are here listening and watching. Thank you very much. Absolutely fabulous event so far, really enjoying it.
So today we have Mr. Christopher with us, I guess. Christopher, are you there?
Which one you mean? You mean me? Hello.
Yeah.
Hi.
So I want you to say something about our association.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
I find the whole happening here really beautiful, and I really like to see the enthusiastic and emotional event here. So thank you for the invitation, and really thank you all, especially to the speakers, for your lovely words here. And especially, well, when it comes to the introduction as well, I really found it lovely that the whole focus of the project when it comes to sustainability and having a secure ecosystem or a secure environment where we all can trust in and do our financials and networking all together in a community way. And I believe the decentralization approach here is the new wave we all can ride on, you know? And I found the whole community and the whole idea of the institution really lovely, and the approach is great. The whole vision is great. So I believe we all together can do something special out of this, you know. So yeah, thank you all for having you here, and thank you all for your good words. And I believe we should do such happenings really more often, especially talking here about SheFAB. And would be great to get it more out there in the world, because I believe more people out there will want to get in touch with such lovely words and environment here. So looking forward for the next happenings, people.
Thank you, Christopher. That's so lovely to hear your positive feedback and your enthusiasm for being part of this wonderful, wonderful place called SheFAB. And I'm certainly looking forward to having conversations with you in the future. So thank you very much for that.
Yeah, thank you too.
Okay, Deepika.
Yes, ma'am. So now do we have Miss Achia with us? Okay, I think she's having some technical glitches.
She is, yes.
So moving forward, so now the forum is open for everyone. If anyone wants to discuss, say, or ask anything to any of our panelists.
Okay, it looks like our next speaker has just managed to rejoin the call. So I'm hopeful that she can step up onto the stage and give her valuable insights. My apologies to everybody here, and thank you for your patience as well. I know Nila's been experiencing some difficulties at her end. So if you're there, Nila, would you like to unmute and take the stage, please?
Yes, are you listening me now?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm very sorry, guys, and my apologies for keep you waiting for the long time. Actually, in Bangladesh, it's super traffic today. I don't know why. Maybe everybody is celebrating the Women's Day. I'm Achia Nila. I'm from Bangladesh. Today I would love to discuss about how we can empower women through technology. So my organization name is Women and Digital, and almost 10 years we are working for empowering more women in tech and actually bringing more women in the technology. So far in that time, what I realized and what we have seen, there's a lot of scope to bring more women in tech, because through technology we can do anything. So like people thinking maybe technology is something like we need to do all this coding, or we need to develop new computer like hardware or something like networking, but that is not the limit actually. If you want to do anything, you can do it in technology. And for the women, what we have seen and also the Asian women, what we have seen, we are living in a conservative society. So when we want to do anything, so we get lots of face lots of problem. Like you can do this, you can do that. You are not safe. You need to take help from your brother if you want to go alone. So there's lots of things. Like when a girls she become a very good educator, but still she is not able to do anything by her own because of people are not trust on art. So that, but technology is the things like you can do anything from your home also. Like if you have some religious issues on other issues, but if you are not if you have lots of family issues, like you need to maintain your home then office, so you are not able to manage both at the same time. So you can rely on technology, because technology gives you the chance that you can work from home. And in tech, so Like we always think about advanced technology like AI, IoT, blockchain, and financial technology. But I think we don't need to be technologist, but we need to be tech enable. Like we can do the small things, like we can sell the small product online. We can write up the blog, so there is a lots of scope. We don't need to be a good designer, or we don't need to be a good illustrator expert. So like we can be a small from technology, so they are people can immediately learn and immediately earn from it. So but there's some social trouble, people thinking always there is a cyber thing, so we are not safe in internet. But there is a solution also, because here we need to mention one thing. Digital literacy for all, so then you can keep safe you on cyber. Like you can how to use internet, how to use a technical product, how you can be safe on social media. And the most important thing is you will be able to protect you, because when you know how to do these things and that thing, then you can take the initiative before you facing any problem. So the main message is here actually, technology is not just only hardware and software or networking. Technology is something like you can do anything. So you can use your expertise in e-commerce sector, like you can sell product through online. Then you can use your technical things in agriculture sector. And like now we can say like agrotech, edutech, and digital transformation. There are lots of actually term is available now. So the main thing I want to see, so if any women facing any problem, like I need to manage all the things, and I need to manage my household, and at the same time I also wanted to earn something. So come in the technical line, like you can do anything in this technical things in this tech world. So you don't need to be like a computer engineer or technical expert. If you have a good knowledge on any specific things, like it can be anything, so just bring that in online, or use the technical product, then you will be able to a tech-enabled person or technologies. So because ICT actually gives us that scope, so that is why I was trying to actually discuss about women empowerment through technology. So this is the best place for the women do work from home and also work from different offices. Thank you, dear.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for such valuable insights. Indeed, an enlightenment session it was. But here we come to an end of today's session. We would like to extend a note of gratitude to all our vibrant dignitaries for such insightful session, and all the board members of SheFAB for their support and guidance to have this event. And we promise you to come with such events more often. We will also like to thank Mr. Saurav Kumar for their behind the scenes hard work and encouragements, and graphics team. We also extended this vote of thanks for you guys for being such a patient and lovely audience. At last, we would like to say to all women out there that you are beautiful, brave, divine, and kind. You are enough and always will be. Thank you everyone for being with us. Now I request host to kindly end this meeting.
Wait, Deepika. So I want to request everyone to please come on the camera so that we can have a wonderful memory, so that we can take a picture. So all of you, please come on the camera.
Sauravji, my apologies. Somehow my camera is not working. I'm really sorry for that.
No issue, no issue, no issue. So Amber, you click the picture.
That's okay, Amitji, we can read your FUDX.
Ramesh is absolutely mine completely. We are meeting next time for a
No, I
coffee
think,
from my
yeah,
side.
thank you. Thank you everyone for having such a wonderful session. I think, you know, it was very insightful. Okay, so I would like to congratulate everyone for attending this session, and especially, you know, Shifan ma'am and, you know, the entire team. Okay, so I was listening to everyone. Okay, so it was a very emotional speech, and definitely, you know, felt it was like a very positive vibes in the entire session today. So I look forward to connect with you all individually. Okay, so I wish everybody happy Women's Day, and please, you know, keep smiling every day. Okay, and inspire everyone. Thank you, everyone. So I definitely, I did not prepare a script. I mean, just shared, you know, felt like, thank you.
Thank you, Ramesh. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, everybody. We'll end now. And thank you, everybody, for being here today. I feel truly blessed and honoured to have been part of it. And you've all been absolutely fabulous. We've had some great insights today. I'm really looking forward to our next event. They will be quite regular. So I look forward to seeing you all there again in the future. Thank you very much to everybody. You're all absolutely fabulous. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Goodbye, everybody.
Lovely. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you.